Shalom. This is your brother Mawak coming to you again with another lesson, Lord willing, this will be edified. This lesson is going to go into basically looking into what I saw on the video footage of the camp that me and the brother Rayab did this last Sunday. But before we get going into this lesson, let's start off by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the teachers, elders, and apostles of Great Millstone. Likewise, brothers are there putting out this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep unto you, brothers and sisters tuning in. Shalom. And this video is going to be recorded hybrid, so you'll see me and also you'll be seeing the screen. So Sunday we were out there, as usual on the highway and the byway, bringing out this gospel. And this brother who looks like Jaleel White showed up to camp, he said that he followed the Maccabees. He first of all, he brought out that he was the cousin of Big Judah. I think that's a guy that goes out there and, he's teaching online. I've seen him before. But anyways, the thing about this that I'm bringing out when we're going to go into today, if you take a look at this picture, this picture right here, what you would see, is what appears to be the clip, of a weapon, of a sword, basically. So when I looked it up, as it turns out that this brother that approached the camp was strapped. Let's go into the first scripture here. This is the book of Matthew 26 and stand with verse 51, because this is what Yahushua made it very clear, to us, It says, and behold, one of them which were with Yahushua stretched out his hand and drew his sword and struck a servant of the high priest and smote off his hair. Then said Yahushua unto him, put again thy sword in his place, for all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. See, Jake, we were not meant, to carry the sword in this life. There's a certain way and order that we have to be in this ministry. Now, I know this brother, he wanted to, and I call him a brother because, he was a Hebrew Israelite. He drove by and he saw us and he was curious because he knew about the Hebrew Israelite and he was looking for a camp to come and stand out. But as it turned out, as I was rewatching the video, this clip, this picture here, I noticed this, and being a person who know about weapons, serving in this man's military, I looked it up and it turns out he had a Smith & Wesson that's hidden underneath his coat. So he is in that spirit of the sword is going to protect me. When we go into the book of Luke 10 and starting with verse 2, Yahushua also made it very clear again, in the order that we are supposed to be coming in, because there's a lot of work to be done, and there's a way that we have to present ourselves out there. And it says, therefore said he unto them, the harvest is truly great, which the harvest is, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore that the Lord of the harvest, that he would send forth laborers into this harvest. We're looking for brothers, that you're gonna go through the process of studying, listening to the elders and the teachers of Great Millstone, and likewise brothers out there who's been this longer than you. Learn the breakdown of the scriptures. Take a lot of notes, and every brother who's out there in the highway Bible teaching right now can tell you, stacks and stacks and stacks, of notes that you take. We constantly keep ourselves sharp in the scriptures, by watching the videos of those brothers who are there before us, who are paving that path for us as other brothers have done for them, and teaching teachers to teach teachers, as the brother Amawan Abad had come out and brought out a video about a week or two ago, and it says, go your ways, behold, I send you forth as lambs amongst wolves. Now, wolves have fangs, lambs do not, So these fangs, and those wolves could be a representation, of the sword. You see that these other camps carry out there, what Esau constantly carry out there. Now, I'm out here in El Paso, which I guess it's very loose out here that you can carry weapons. I came from California, so I don't know, but I guess in Texas you can anyone can strap, And this brother was strapped, and I showed the video. I showed that picture, to the other brother in the camp, and he said that at some point after the camp was done, this brother revealed to him, that he's always strapped. But I didn't see that. But see, the Lord had shown us, allowed me to see that on this clip as he walked in front of the camera. Let's go into the next scripture here. This is the book of Genesis, 27 or 40, because we can understand who really is supposed to be carrying the sword, okay, and why. Remember, we got the blessing from Isaac, okay, Jacob, Yasharallah, so-called blessing the Americans, Latino. What did Esau get? The so-called white man, the Edomites, the sword, okay? So Esau crying pitifully to his father because he realized he didn't have the blessings anymore, okay? And, of course, this man, being a very vile, abominable beast, caveman, okay, did not relish from the fact that he was supposed to be the one that was supposed to be in rulership. Okay, he just gave it away. Okay, and it says, so Esau is crying to his father. Okay, and this is what Isaac said. It says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling should be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above, and by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke off thy neck. Now we seeing what now World War III is about to brew up. We seen, okay, throughout history, okay, in many documentation, okay, that Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, have used his sword to get his way on this earth. Okay. But see, Jake, us, we've always been, okay, under captivity. Okay. Remember Esau, okay, he was a cunning hunter, and Jacob, okay, was a man of the house. Okay, he dwelled in the tents. Okay, so basically we're house guys. Okay, Rebecca loved Jacob, and Isaac he loved Esau, which is why you see with these white boys, okay, these so-called white boys, okay, their father loves them, man. That's why they go to football game, bungee jumping together, go hunting together. Okay, and what you know about Jake? Jake Jake basically is a mama's boy. Okay, now this is going on because again, I was not aware that this young man that came to the camp was strapped. Okay, so the doctrine that he's following with Big Judah and the rest of these other guys, so did the Maccabees, so whoever those guys are, okay, obviously they're carrying a strap, and he feel a need to have a strap on him constantly. Okay, and this is the way he's living. So we warn you all Jakes all the time out there, and we speak against these camps that are strapped. Okay, that this is not the way this ministry is to be going out there. Okay, we're not supposed to be out there strapped. Okay, let's go into the book of Ezekiel 35 and starting with verse 6. And it says, therefore, as I live, said the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Said thou hast not hated blood, and even blood shall pursue thee. Now, Jason will hear that, okay, because the Lord Yahweh Shemashah is talking to Esau, letting Esau know, okay, because you shed the blood of the innocent, you shed the blood, okay, of the righteous, which is us, so-called Blasphemy Americans and Latino, the true biblical Hebrew Israelite, that he is going to shed Esau's blood. And so we come out all the time when we talk about the great judgment, okay, that's going to be coming on Great Babylon America, died garments from Basra, which Yahushua Mashiach, he's going to really slaughter, okay, these crackers, okay? But Jake somehow would take that and they would use that as a means of justifying them carrying these weapons with them, because they feel that, sword against a sword, okay, and they have this eye for an eye type of mentality, okay, and they understand that Esau, okay, has come against Jake with the sword, and this is the reason why Esau has that power, okay, over Jake is simply because he has a sword, okay, he doesn't come, mano a mano, okay, with Jake, so Jake feel that his only protection is a sword and not putting his trust in Yahweh Shai, which is what we do when we go into the book of Romans 12 and verse 19, okay? Because who really is supposed to be, delivering that sword to Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, okay? This is Yahweh Shai's, okay? He made it very clear in Romans 12 and 19, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, said the Lord Hamashiach. Okay, so the Lord is going to be doing the repayment. Okay, it's not going to be us. Okay, remember we were sent out there when you go back into Luke, okay, 10, okay, and starting with verse 3. Okay, we were sent out there. It says, "Go your way. Behold, I sent you forth as lambs amongst wolves." Lambs, okay, are not equipped, okay, with canines, okay, against wolves. Okay, so there's a way that we bring up these scriptures, okay, and we let these nations know that you're going to be judged by the Mashiach, okay, You let the 2/3 know that if those of you who are following the ways of Great Babylon America, which includes strapping yourself and living by the sword, okay, you're going to be judged accordingly. Okay. So this is how we are sent out there. Let's go into the book of Second Corinthians 10. Okay. The book of Second Corinthians 10 and starting with verse 3, because this ministry is not about carnality, and carnality is, basically lusting after those things after the flesh, really coming in a more fleshy approach. Okay, we've seen that with who? Black Lives Matter. That's carnal. Okay, because we're not even black. So what the hell are you marching about them? Black Lives Matter, and along with that, what did they do? Or what Esau? Okay, you know, agents did. They burned buildings. They set cars afire, destroyed buildings, and those things like that. So that they added violence with that. Okay, penalty. Okay, we saw that with the Black Panther movement. Okay, we saw that even with the civil rights movement, that ended up turning into more violence with Esau, of course, bringing the violence. Jake, okay, who was trying to march, okay, because they don't put that spirit, or faith, okay, into the Mashiach, okay, and the Lord, Yahweh Shai. This is the book of Second Corinthians 10, and starting with verse 3, and it reads, "For though we walk in the flesh, yes, we are in this flesh, we do not war after the flesh, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through power to the pulling down of strongholds." So we see over and over with brothers on the highway and the byway breaking these scriptures down, breaking these epistles down, okay, to these people that have come up there and scoff, these Edomites or these other nations that come up there who are offended the fact that we are saying that we, okay, are the righteous, we are the true biblical, okay, Hebrew Israelites, we are the ones that's going to be given the earth, okay, and the rest of these nations are going to go into perpetual slavery for 1,000 years, okay, followed by the destruction of the Edomites, the so-called white people here today, who are the current alpha rulers on this earth. And they get offended by that, but they cannot come up against these scriptures, okay? Because again, these same nations are the ones that actually use the scriptures, okay, not knowingly, okay, to exalt themselves, which is what Esau does, okay? And this is why he changed all the images of the judges, the face, okay, and the images of the Mashiach and the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, okay? And it says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of power, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of a Mashiach, and having in readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. So this is what we're supposed to be out there doing. Okay, people come out there, and they have the false tribulation, all these different doctrines. Okay, and right now the Lord has raised up, okay, the righteous man, the man, his real servants, his friends, to go down the highway and the byway, those who humble themselves to learn from the elders and the teachers, and of course, a great Muslim likewise brothers out there who have more experience in doing this, and also teaching only in the law that you were given. Okay, not trying to be that scholar guy out there, okay, giving a false doctrine. Okay, so the Lord put those men out there on the highway and the byway to do what? To ensure, okay, that the sheep, okay, are fed, okay, this true testament. Okay, so Jake's them are hearing, the strap, simply because why? If you're in a carnal spirit and you're following those men out there that are calling themselves Hebrew Israelites, but at the same time they're strapped with weapons like that, you're going to walk around in that. Okay, and when you're walking around armed to the teeth or having this sword with you, okay, you're not putting your trust and faith into Yahweh Shemel Shai. You're putting your faith and your trust into your sword, which is what Esau does, which is why Esau, okay, only negotiates for about a second, and he has a sword constantly pointed, okay, at his prey, which all these nations are Esau's prey, but in particular, the tribe of Yasharala, okay, Israel, okay, also called Blacks and Americans and Latino. Let's go into the book of Ephesians 4 and start verse 20, okay, and it says, "But ye have not so learned Hamashiach, if so be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Hamashiach, that ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man which is corrupt according to deceitful lust." Now, if you're out there gangbanging, if you're out there hanging around with, your homeboys, them, maybe you're a gun collector or some crap or whatever the case like that. Oh, you see, this is why Esau put a lot of those movies on television. When you look at hip hop videos and stuff, what do they have? Every words and lyrics is about kill your brother, okay, which they refer to each other as niggas, okay, and it's with the sword, okay, which is Esau's blessing. So Esau has glamorized the sword amongst Jakes, okay, which is why Jakes are now walking around with that spirit. So when you look at the marches in the 60s, which did not contain swords, okay, now you're looking at the marches of today, okay, you've got Jakes walking around with straps, okay, and if they don't walk around with straps, Esau is sending agents inside there, okay, to do things that make it appear that Jakes, okay, are strapped, which is putting a lot of that fear, but also that anxiety in these Edomites to do what? Okay, come up against Jake hardcore, and we're going to go into that. And it says, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, that ye put on the new man, which after power is created in righteousness and true holiness. So, okay, so whatever he was doing back in the day, okay, you have to forget about that right now. We have to, and Jake's, they'll think to themselves, that's easier said than done, some boys always looking at me hard or whatever the case is like that. Well, if you're strapped, that means you're inviting, okay, those kind of spirits, okay, that are going to come at you. There's like, dogs. A bad dog will look at another bad dog and go, I want to challenge you because I want to be the king of this hill. Okay. So the same thing, do you carrying those straps around on you like that? Those spirits, those demons are on you. Other demons walking around who are strapped also, because I'm quite sure a lot of people are walking around strapped out here, okay, in the state of Texas, okay, you know, being subtle or being or using wisdom is going to go out of the window. Now, and this was alarming to me because I didn't see it on him, in person. It wasn't until I played a video and he had walked in front of the camera, okay, recording, that I spot this, okay, and so I took a still shot of it, okay, and searched the image and discovered that it was a piece, okay. So this is very alarming because it doesn't take much for Esau to turn around. Okay, let's say a patrol car drive by and they happen to see that they get those little eyes that they could see, some brothers stand out there with a strap. The next thing you know, they're storming the camp. Okay, and then we're being accused of things that we're not doing. So, basically, you can say there's a lesson learned like that. Maybe maybe next time I have to tell somebody, hey, maybe raise your shirt. Let me see if you're strapped. Okay, because we don't travel, okay, with anything other than the Bibles and the signs that we have to go out there to go do this ministry. Let's go into the book of Psalms 91, start verse 8, because you have to have faith in this to understand when you go out there, yes, our lives are in danger. Yes, we know that we're being watched. We know that we're being watched online. We know we're being watched out there. But Esau is being watched also too. So those people who are watching us, guess what? You're being watched too. Let's go and read who's watching you and why we don't really give a flying crap, okay, of who's watching us, because we go there in faith, okay? This is the book of Psalms 91 and start verse 8. It says, only with thine eyes thou shalt behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, Yahweh Shai, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angel charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. Okay? So we know we're protected, okay, by supernatural powers that's far beyond anything that Esau can bring against us or any of these other carnal jakes can bring against us. Okay? So this is what gives us the ability to go out there and bring out these epistles and do this work, do the work of the Mashiach, who said what? According to Luke 10:3, okay, I send you out there as lambs, as sheep, okay, amongst wolves. We understand, we were out there in the world, we understand that people out there have a carnal mind, they're strapped, they won't have their bow and arrow, they're looking at you, they're measuring you up, looking to see how muscular you are, do you look like you in shape, that they could take you, in a hand-to-hand, combat, all kinds of stuff. When we see that, people are looking and measuring this up all the time, okay? But that doesn't concern us, not one damn bit. I have never been concerned, not even for a second, okay? So, Jake, I gave this young man the Archeon.com site to go to where you can see a lot of the different brothers them videos, which usually stream from YouTube over there or is uploaded up to the site, okay, and also to the YouTube channels to go there and type in Great Millstone or GMS. Okay, and likewise, brothers out there to go and get this proper edification. Okay, and to this day, right now, this is 72 hours later, he has not committed to it. So obviously, he's looking to associate himself with Hebrew Israelites that are more combative minded there now. Looking at the video, okay, you can see that this brother appears to not really follow the dietary laws, or even, one that would sit down and do crunches or pull-ups or push-ups or anything like that. So he relies heavily on that strap, which is going to do what? Let's go into the book of Second Ezra, uh, 15, and starting with verse 12, because see, Jake, when you don't listen to sound doctrine, when you don't listen, okay, to the messages coming from the man that the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, has set up, they'll give you that warning of the sword that's coming. Then you're going to be caught up in the middle of it, and let's see how you're really going to stand to it. This is the book of Second Ezra 15, verse 12. It says, Egypt shall mourn, and we know this place is called a spiritual Sodom in Egypt, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment that power shall bring upon it. Now, these Edomites out there, they're constantly strapped. Remember, man, they're out there training, practicing. They got their people sitting in the military who are in charge of ammunition and, um, you know, military grade weaponry and stuff like that, who are forging on the books and taking those weapons out there. Okay, this is a known thing. Okay, so they're prepared for what they know is going to be Civil War II. And who do you think they have in their mind right there? Not only their government, but they also have you Jakes, okay, in mind. They have all of us, okay, in their target. Remember, I just read to you about the fact that the Lord is going to have his angel in charge over those men, those people who fear him. Because why? Okay, this is not a carnal warfare. Okay, so our work, okay, is being done in spiritual truthness. Okay, we're out there as lambs. Continuing on, it says, they that till the ground shall mourn, for the sea shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fail full consolation. We've seen all the laying off going on right now. These people, everybody in the grandma is trying to figure out a way. Okay, gee, when can we get back to the good old days? Well, the good old days is gone, because why? The majority of Americans are in massive debt, in credit debt. Okay, they've overextended themselves. They're trying to live like their next door neighbor. Everybody's very covetous. Okay, so because of the covetousness, this caused a lot of people to go to spend more than they earn. Okay, constantly having them a slave to this doggone place. Okay, so they're realizing right now there is no retirement. There's not going to be, laying back in a doggone, sofa and watching TV until you pass away. No, no, no. You're going to be working if you can work, if you can even get hired, which we know those jobs are going to be going away. Okay, until the day that you are deleted. Okay, and it says, woe to the world and them that dwell there, and for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up and fight against another, swords in their hand. But there should be sedition amongst men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their king nor princes, and the cost of their action should stand in power. We've seen that this is leading up to that right now. They just put Trump, or pretend like they're putting Trump in prison, book him, all of that stuff right there. People have no faith or confidence in this old man Biden. Okay, you have these Edomites that hate the LGBTQ, but they don't want to talk against it, because right now they actually have a job, and now jobs actually will fire you if you speak against the Sodomites, and a whole lot of things that's going on. So there's a lot of that brewing anger that's inside of people, and it just is going to take, okay, the economic fall, the final economic fall of this place before people let out, okay, their anger, unleash their rage against the system, against the government, and in particular against the tribe of Israel, Yasharallah, because at the end of the day, these Edomites, these so-called white people, don't take any responsibility, okay, for any of their actions or anything that happened to them. If they're having a bad day, guess whose fault it is? Okay, it's our fault. Okay, they hate to see the fact that you actually walking around with a smile on your doggone face. Okay, and this is why the Lord has his angels protecting, okay, his men, his servants, okay, his friends that are out there in the highway and the byway, okay, doing the work that he had ordered them to do, which is what? To bring up this testimony, the warning to the tribe of Israel, okay, so-called blacks and Americans and Latino, and also to let Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, know your ass is going to slavery. You are going to be destroyed. The Mashiach is returning. So we are the herald, okay, for the king who's going to be returning, and he's returning in great anger. Okay, let's continue on here. Okay, because see, Jake, you're gonna have to learn the hard way. Okay, you're gonna have to learn the hard way. When we go into the book of Psalms 34, Psalm verse 7, okay, had you hearkened, okay, then you would not have to be worried about being in that foray of Second Ezra 15, which I just read to you about these people, going crazy. There's not going to be any agreement, okay? It's only going to be lots and lots of violence, okay? And it says, this is the book of Psalms 34, Psalm 7 says, the angel of the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, encampeth round about them that fear him and delivered them. Oh, taste and see that the Lord Yahweh Shai is good. Blessed is the man that trusted in him. This is what we do. We trust in him. This is all we have. This is all we wake up to. This is all we think about. This is all we want to do. Okay? Because we understand, okay, we have transgressed against the Lord Yahweh Shai. He's angry at us. And this is in the only way we could somehow guarantee or show our repentance to him is to go to the highway and byways and bring on the epistles. That's what we are doing day and night. Okay? Because we don't want this judgment that's going to be coming here to Great Babylon, America, in particular to the 2/3. Okay? And it says, "O fear the Lord, Yahweh Shai, ye his saints, for there is no one to them that fear him." So we don't have a need, okay, for the sword. There's no need for it. Okay? It's not going to save you, Jake. Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, these white people, okay, they have the sword for a reason. Okay? And one of those reasons is, first of all, to slaughter you, okay, because you're stubborn, okay, you're wicked, and you are determined, okay, not to follow the ways of the Mashiach, okay, and Yahweh Shai, but to follow the ways of the Edomites, okay, being, okay, sodomites and wicked beyond anything that you can imagine, okay? And two, it's for them to slaughter themselves, and you're going to be caught in the mix of that, okay? Because you still think Bobby Joe next door has some type of feelings for you, or he wants to get along, okay? And a Black Lives Matter is not going to matter because guess what? Hey, you don't matter to these Edomites, okay? Let's close over the book of Amos 8 and 11. Start verse 11. It says, "Behold, the day come, said the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread," which that's going to come to, not a thirst for water, which that's going to come to, they're polluting all the water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh Shai. At some point in time, we're going to see there's not going to be any more video uploads. We're not going to be able to go on the street because 2nd Ezra 15 is going to be in full effect. Okay? All the violence we've been telling you about in the scriptures is going to come into full effect on a scale, okay, none of us have seen in this life. And it says, "And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east, they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord Yahweh Shai, and shall not find it. Suddenly, the men that you see standing on the highway and the byway, okay, the sheeps, the lambs, okay, with a Bible in their hand, who nobody regarded, they drive by, they blow their horn, they honk, whatever the case is like that, seem harmless, okay, is going to become, okay, the most sought after, okay, people on this earth, and especially for you, doggone 2/3, okay, as Esau slaughter and cut you down, okay, with the sword that you think, okay, and you had no type of regrets in singing it in those rap videos and whatever other imagination that you have that the sword is going to deliver you. Okay, as the Esau uses his blessing, okay, to cut you down, you'll be looking for answers as to what is going to happen next, and you will get that answer. Okay, which is going to be what? Deletion. Okay, so Lord willing, you were edified with this. I wanted to bring this up because it's maybe it was Yahweh Shai that allowed me to pause that particular part of the video where I noticed that this Jay came to the camp with the sword. And if you look at this guy does not look like, somebody that would be strapped. He got that, he's got that goofy type of, Jaleel White type look, not quite Steve Urkel, but, the Jaleel-like look. And just like that, this man is feeling the needs that he had to carry, okay, a strap on him, okay, and I guess this is the spirit that he's in, but it's not the spirit, okay, that you're supposed to have if you're in this ministry. So Lord willing, you edify at the close by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, or Kakadash, double honor to teachers, elders, and apostles of great Muslim, likewise, brothers, so they're putting on the truth. Faithfully, fearlessly, feeding the sheep and deep brothers and sisters tuning in. Shalom, DTA, and a Baal soon. Very, very soon.